Welcome to the Crimson Engine. My name is Rubidium. If you're familiar with this channel, you know that I usually light my videos something like this, kind of a bust sort of frame, close up, lit with a soft light top and below, and it gives a nice punchy look. But what if you need to go wide and show the whole person for a demonstration or an interview or whatever it is? If I use this same lighting setup and go wide, I end up with something like this. Apart from the fact that you can now see the lights in the frame, they're really only illuminating the part that I was previously shooting. They're not putting light on the rest of my body, and they're giving a very narrow field of illumination. If I want the same light quality that I had before, but on a wider area, I need to use a bigger light, something similar to the same ratio that I had before. So I want a 4-foot light 4 feet away to give me the same softness as a 2-foot light 2 feet away. This is Intellytech's new light, the LiteCloth MEGA. It is a 2.5 by 4.5 foot massive foldable light source. Here I have it in a frame with the included grid diffusion and a 40-degree grid. As you can see, I get the same quality of light that I had with the smaller LC100, but now it's pretty much head to toe. But it's still localized on the subject and not really getting on the background at all. That's because of the grid. So this is a great way to light your sitting subjects. If you're shooting in 4K like I am here and delivering in 2K, you can cut in and out of a bust-sized headshot anyway with that same quality. And if you have a second camera, you can get a third angle. And this is the way that I like to intercut my interview footage. This same kind of lighting and same kind of technique is used by the masterclass videos when they shoot their 2 camera pieces. And it is a beautiful, very cinematic, very professional way to light your characters, subjects, interviewees, whatever it is that you're shooting. There are a couple of other lights like this on the market, or a couple of other ways to achieve this light. So I'll talk about how this is different. The MEGA is incredibly light. It weighs just a couple of pounds. It means you can Velcro it to a ceiling. It means that one person has no trouble carrying it, setting it up, breaking it down, lifting it high on a C-stand. You could put it overhead if you wanted to make it look like a skylight. Because it's so thin, it's able to fit in very small spaces. So a traditional way of doing this kind of lighting would be with a Fresnel or HMI through a 5x5 diffusion frame. To do that, you need to back the Fresnel 6 to 10 feet back from the diffusion so it fills it all up. With this LED source, you're able to put it straight up against the wall or straight up against the ceiling, and you don't need that sort of room. So it's better for getting the same beautiful, soft, head-to-toe light in small places. The light is bicolor. It is changeable from 9,999 Kelvin all the way down to 3,000 Kelvin. So you can do a beautiful, cool blue all the way to a warm, fiery orange. You can also dim the brightness from 100% all the way down to 0%. So if you're shooting something and you just want a nice soft fill to bring up the black level so they're not crushed in post, this would be a good tool for that. It's also remote controllable and has DMX, so you can control it remotely or through a DMX switcher. The ballast that comes with the light also has 2 inbuilt V-mount plates. So if you're working remotely, or like I said, it's up on a stand, or you don't want to run wires, you can run this thing off battery power pretty easily. I'm not sure I like this, this wide shot. I don't really know what to do with my hands. The light is $1,999. It's coming out in the next couple of weeks on Intellytech's website, which I'll link to in the description, and some other resellers as well. It is miraculously easy and quick to set up. I've worked with other lights that you either have to carry this large, and as a result, you need a truck, not a car, to transport them, or ones that are totally flexible, and you need to build frames piece by piece, and takes 5 to 10 minutes to set them up. This one goes up in under a minute. It's incredibly quick. It comes with this rolling case with little compartments for all the different accessories, and it's still really light. You can definitely fly with it. It's not that much larger than your standard tripod case. This light is the same basic form factor as Intellytech's other light cloths. It's these panels that fold up for transportation. But these panels are much, much larger. The previous large light that Intellytech makes was the LC160. They even have a frame that you can put two of them on to create a large light similar to this. But as you see, because the panels are so much bigger, the Mega is significantly larger than even two LC160s put together. I've been playing around with using this to be a window in houses that don't have windows. I've been playing around with shooting right into it with an anamorphic sort of lens flare effect for music videos. It is a really versatile addition to anyone's lighting kit, specifically professionals and people who spend a lot of time creating these kind of light sources with multiple flags and diffusion and lights. And now we have a super bright, that's my look at the Intellytech LiteCloth MEGA, coming soon. Thanks very much for watching. Leave your questions in the comments and I will see you next time.